Okay, so hi guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be messing around with a new computer build. Now, avid sort of IBM and Lenovo fans will know exactly what this is just by looking at it. This is a ThinkStation S10, which is a sort of like, the whole idea behind it is like some sort of content creation thing. Stuff like CAD and graphical design and stuff. That's what they market as anyway in the Lenovo marketing material, from what I see from the videos anyway. So, why do we have this? A lot of people keep asking me about why I still work on the XPS, and recently a comment came up of some bloke. I will throw up the comment if I can find it, but especially some guy who purchased a XPS 420 and he has it maxed out. He has the full stuff I have in mind, but I think it's a different video card. I can't remember from reading the comment. But from what I can discern from it, he's asking me what is it a good deal? I don't really know how to answer that because I actually got mine for free. So if you're asking me, yeah, it's a good deal because I got it for free. But they actually purchased it, and the bloke did actually get some extra stuff with it. He actually got a monitor and some other stuff with it. So, and he got it for, I think it was 120. So I think that's a pretty good deal considering he's got the stuff to future-proof when I build. Anyway, I'm getting off topic. Why did I get this machine? Well, the simple answer is it has a Q6700 in it, which is the quicker variant of the QC600. I think there are different ones like the QX series and bigger, but that's not what this video is about. I am going to be harvesting the parts of this machine and putting them in somewhere else. I have a motherboard that can actually use the pieces for this, and yeah, and I will make a video on what I use the XPS for, just for that guy who sent me the comment. So yeah, we're going to cover all bases here. So this is a completely unrelated matter. It's just because the CPUs are fairly similar. I thought I'd mention it because one day we're going to get a chance to talk about that specific comment. So what have we got planned for this? Right, so as you know, I have the another computer that's blue themed, and that's my Intel themed build. It's basically just an older ATX case from sort of like the start, sort of like from 2002 and up. It's got a Core 2 Duo in it. Well, originally it had, but it's actually got a 2500K in it now. So that's my sort of blue themed computer. Now I need to complete the other side of the spectrum. We need to complete a red themed build. And what better computer to do red with than Lenovo? Because Lenovo's thing is red. If you can actually show you. I actually do have a Lenovo laptop over here, so if I just go over here and show you this, as you can see the ThinkPad logo has red in it. So they're sort of things red and black, and I have seen other Lenovo computers when I was in high school that were red and black. So this seems rather fitting for what I want to do with it. So I'll just give you a look inside the computer, and I do actually think I'm okay on this because when I was looking at the purchasing pictures of this, the actual pictures online, it does seem to be ATX. I've gone through a motherboard, a standard ATX motherboard, and checked that all the holes are in the right place, and I think they are. So you might be lucky on this. It has a key lock, which is quite kind of nice, but it's really weird locking mechanism, kind of like the older Dells had this locking mechanism. Put the front panel over there. And here we are on the inside. So this is a fully loaded computer. It has a, as I said, Q6700 quad-core CPU, which is going to be ripped out and repurposed on our motherboard. You probably know what that board is because I've shown it up before. It has 4 gigs of RAM, so 4 DIMMs in 2 DIMMs in each slot. I don't know if this is running in dual channel or not. So 2 hard drives, 250 gig hard drives, giving us a total of 500 gigs. So we have that. We have a DVD drive up there, and we have this weirdness. Now, this is the part that weirds me out slightly. this is some form of PCI retention bracket. Now, why would you have this? In the Dell XPS, they actually implemented something similar. It's a little sort of thing you push down. It has two tabs like this, and you push it forward, and you can pull out the PCI card, but they're still screwed in. This one does something a little more weirder. You can lift this thing up and pull it up like that, and you just got straight access to the PCI cards. There are no screws or nothing. There are holes for screws, but they just didn't include screws. I don't know why they would do that. They're not even threaded either, so that makes me a little bit weird. That makes this a little bit weird. Sorry. So that's one thing that's a bit strange about this. I did try and thread a normal computer PCI sort of like computer casing screw into there, and it did sort of fit. So maybe if I just jam that in there, that might work. I don't know. Otherwise, I might have to get a tap and die set and actually tap that properly. And it's just a fun question to ask. Does anyone know what the actual thread size for computers case screws are? Because I don't. I might look that up. So yes. So what else is in here? We have a 90mm fan in the back, which is shock mounted. It's rubber, so there's no sort of vibration noise. And another fan mount down there for I think it's either a 90 or 80mm. I'm not too certain. I actually discovered one cool trick. I didn't even know this was possible. This little piece of plastic here was sort of like in between here. You can see the holes for it where these Bizarro mounts go. And this fits sort of like in front of the PCI bracket. Just by sheer luck, I was able to fit an 80mm fan on there just by putting the screws in and sort of forcing it into place. So yeah, so I can have probably two 80mm fans if that slot down there is big enough for another 80mm fan. Sorry, getting tongue tied here. What else does this thing have? This thing has a 650 watt power supply, which is, to be honest, pretty overkill for a quad core sort of LJ 775 build. Usually you'd expect sort of maybe 425, 475, even 500 maybe. That's what you'd expect in these computers. But no, 650 watts. No idea why they did that, but it's pretty nice if you're looking to basically do a motherboard swap and then have a gaming computer just straight out of the box. And it is a power supply. I think it is from a good brand, Delta. I don't know a lot about them, but I think their power supplies are good. I think they're in the same vein as a speaker. I might have to do some research, look into that and see if it's actually real or not. But yeah, so I think it might be okay. It does have the actual PCIe pigtails on it, so you could have a fairly powerful graphics card in this if you wanted to. The card it has inside it now is a going back to what this computer is actually made for, which is sort of like computer graphics in CAD. It has a Quadro FX 17000, I think that's what it's called, 1700. So yeah, it's a Quadro card. I don't know if Quadro cards are any good, because I have seen some stuff about them. They're meant for sort of like media acceleration and stuff. That's just from what I can gather. So enough rambling on. So, this is what's going inside it. As you can see, very sort of nice, sort of sleek setup. This is the motherboard. RAM wise, I've got I've got an 8GB kit of Corsair Vengeance DDR3, as you can see there. Very nice looking RAM. One thing did sort of freak me out when I was putting this board together. You see the heatsink? Yeah, this is the stock this is the AMD Wraith heatsink, and because it's in that weird box. But as you can see, the RAM slots do line up, but the problem is this heatsink is getting really close to the RAM DIMMs, and that's the part that freaks me out a little bit. So yeah, on this heatsink does have LEDs. It does glow red in the dark, which is kind of cool, really. What other parts are going inside this? So I do actually have a plan to modify this case a little bit. I'll just show you real quick. Just put it into free cam so you don't get sick. Okay. As you can see, it's a bit on the front here with all the Core 2 sort of quad nomenclature and the Windows Vista. Ships computer with Vista. The XPS was shipped with Vista, funny enough, as well, before we upgraded it to Windows 8. So as you can see, we have this really nice sort of like honeycomb mesh part at the front. I've done some sort of checking around this bit, and I can actually fit a 120mm fan behind here, I think. And I think I might go with red fans, because this is the AMD theme build, and it's going to be all red and black. So yeah, we've got the blue theme build, which I haven't done a video on at all, I think. So I'll probably do a video on that soon, just so you see what's inside it, and you can make up your mind about what you think about it. So this is the red build. Yeah. So no more nonsense. We're going to get down to it. Sorry, give me a second. Okay. This has nothing. I thought I was going to sneeze. Okay. So inside this computer, we do have some weird stuff. I'll just show you on the back, on the actual panel, which gives you a nice diagram of all the wiring and stuff, which makes it a bit nicer. Okay, so we've got the diagram, we've got all the sort of front panel stuff, power switch LEDs, all that stuff, and the front USB. Now this computer has front LEDs, which as you light up they're sort of like indicators on the sides. So we've got that as well, and yeah, apart from that, it does look like a nice computer. So how are we going to go about this? I'm probably going to jump cut, and then we're going to get into it, actually taking this thing to pieces. So yeah guys, just get ready for that. Oh, and plus, this thing has really weird screws. They're not like normal computer screws. They're these weird sort of they're like smaller. It's weird. I'll explain that, but I'll see you guys in a second. Okay, welcome back. My god, this is one weird case. So I just got into taking it apart. I got all the screws out. You just put those somewhere safe because it's sketchy as anything. Yeah, so just some weirdness. You usually expect pre-built computers to come with these sensors. These are just sort of like intrusion sensors and sort of like ambient and I don't know what else. It says it on the diagram over there, but they're all really weird ones. Like there's one for an intrusion sensor, so that's there. This is what I read. This is the LEDs on the front, and this is the power cable, the power switch, audio. Yep, audio, and 1394. Which is really bizarre. Which the XPS does have that as well, but you wouldn't expect it on this type of computer. And USB, which are these two, this purple one as well. So I've got them all sort of like rolled out of the way so I know where they go. The other weird thing is the motherboard. I'll just pull the motherboard in now because I've got it out. Sorry, I had to leave this set. It was attached because it didn't want to come out. So here's the motherboard. The really weird part is it's got an extra P4 connector for the power, which the power supply does have as well. I don't know what that is. That could just be power for the PCI bus, which I'm assuming it is because my the actual motherboard I'm putting inside is a Molex connector for the PCI if you're using SLR Crossfire cards. As I said, NVIDIA Quadro. Where is it? There we go. Quadro FX 1700. You can see there. Don't know what I use this in. Yeah, I don't know. It's a weird card. Looks nice though. Like that NVIDIA logo. Okay guys, some progress has been made. I've got the new motherboard in, and my god, the IO shield in this beast was in there firm. I had to jab it out with a screwdriver. So yeah, that's in. I did notice one thing that was quite weird. Even when I was buying this, I thought this was a bit strange. Normally PCI is 7 slots, ATX form factor, so 7 slots in the case. This one's only 6, which is really weird. So I don't know if it cuts out one of the PCI slots or misaligns one. Hopefully that's not the case, but hopefully I'm just missing one slot. I did notice on the motherboard, if we go back to the old motherboard, the CMOS battery is right where the X1 slot on my board is. So maybe I'm just missing the X1 slot. Doesn't really matter because I've got plenty of PCI lanes to use in this. I might be using a Wi-Fi card anyway. I'll be assembling that when I've finally got this all together. So just got to hook it all up and see if it actually powers up. But yeah, progress has been being made. This video is going to look a little bit weird because I'm jumping around so much with what I'm doing with this computer. Next step is getting this thing hooked up, which is really nice. ASUS actually give you this. It's sort of like an extension for the power plugs on the motherboard. You can actually, so it makes it easier for you to service the board when you want to pull the cabling off. So that makes it really nice to work on. Apart from that, it does work with the aesthetic. The red and black is really popping in this case. There's a shitty pun there. So I'll just get the rest of this hooked up and then we'll power it on. But yeah, also noticed something weird. The ASUS motherboard has another sort of like CPU power connector, which is weird. I don't get why they're doing this. The one I was mentioning was this one down here, this Milex connector, but might be a common thing. So I'm not going to plug it in because it might be a bit weird. I don't know what it does either. So I'll look inside the manual, but that's about it. So I'll just crack on with this and I'll show you the results. So thank you guys for watching, and I'll stay tuned and I'll show you. Thank you. Okay, well, it's the moment of truth time. I've got everything hooked up. I've got the power hooked up. I've got the ATX connectors all hooked up. Fingers crossed this actually works. The video card does actually fit, so let's just hope this doesn't explode. Plugging in ATX power. Everything's line up. Well, okay, I was just going through it and it seems to be the video card which is causing this weird beeping noise. Okay, so hi guys, welcome back. The battery's got died of the camera, but I thought I'd just get this done anyway. The computer is built. I did figure out what was wrong with the basically the beeping and the switch not working. They transposed a couple of pins on the basically the power switch connector. So I transposed a couple of pins so they didn't line up, so I had to do it in this weird way, but it does work. The LEDs at the front still don't light up, but I don't really know how to solve that. I'll probably have to look into it a bit more. And plus this power supply needs to come out of here. Don't know what it is, but this power supply doesn't have enough juice to power the 6970. So apart from that, this machine is done. Just give you a quick overview. It does look nice. It's just complete. So I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.